All right. Well, I took some more photos. It isn't done, but there's definitely a lot of new stuff to play around with that wasn't there before. And oh yeah, also I probably should mention. So there's been a lot of really awesome stuff going on in MAME lately. If you haven't checked, check out MAME 219. They made a lot of improvements to Boogie Wings. That thing was notoriously buggy, tons of graphical glitches, and they've been fixing up a lot of stuff there. And I was reading about how there's a lot of interesting stuff in the pipe for MAME. I guess they're working on a Konami driver rewrite, so it's possible, at some point relatively soon, a lot of the Konami games that have miscellaneous little graphical glitches, it will actually get fixed because there are a ton of subtle little problems in the Konami drivers. Yeah, something I'm still going through is making sure that all the characters are at least somewhat playable. I think some of the characters are probably still going to crash because there are certain animations that haven't been hooked up all the way. But Abigail should basically be okay. Basically, the giant characters should be okay. Belger and the fat characters should be okay. J and 2P should be okay. Um, actually, Hollywood, does have. He's getting there, a bit. Because like basic stuff has been hooked up, like his, like jumping, stab attack. Uh, yeah, and that's kind of the thing. So basically, just so you kind of know what's going on with this, for the most part, I really want to have all of the characters finished and fully playable before I finalize on the enemy behavior. Because one thing that's really different about this compared to other games in this genre is that there's no like computer cheating. Basically, like the computer can't move faster, can't warp around, can't magically get priority over you to do something. I mean, basically, it has to play by the same rules that you play by, and because it can't really cheat, I really want to have all of the moves kind of settled and set before I really, go and implement all of the enemy behavior and balancing because basically, um, they're pretty much going to follow the same rules that the players will when they're playing these characters, and so that is kind of the impediment there. I really have to finish all of the characters, make sure that they're all fully playable and have all the moves that I want them to have before I can really finalize their behavior on there. And it's just you know how things are. I really haven't been able to work on this as much as I've wanted to lately, but slowly, but surely I am getting there. And oh yeah, and you'll also be able to see like a lot of the work that was done on having like unique graphics for all of the frames of animation for the weapons on the three heroes. That's pretty much in there. So there are a lot of assets. Um, I mean, because you can just even see in like the size of the archive how it's kind of growing. I mean, it's already up to like I don't know, it's like pushing 1.3 gigs just because there's so much music and just so many additional assets have been added in there. Even things like the item pickups. Most of them actually have unique samples pulled from different games when you pick them up. So like a jewel will kind of make like a glittering rattle sound or something, and the food makes sounds like you can hear a can of soda opening, or you can hear the bite into the apple and so on. So yeah, so there's all kinds of assets that have been slowly creeping in there. So yeah, so I'm still trucking, and so you can have fun with that. Oh yeah, also this version, it wasn't compiled against the X Audio DLLs that are compatible with Windows 7, so it's only going to work with probably Windows 8 and Windows 10. Yeah, that's something that I have to build a separate binary for because Windows 7 only has like I think it's X Audio 2.7 or maybe even 2.6, and this one was probably built against 2.9 or 2.8 or something. All right.